For this fun macrame market bag project, you will need 1 ball of paintbox recycled t-shirt yarn, scrap pieces of yarn, a pair of scissors, masking tape or washi tape, thread in the same colour as your t-shirt yarn, and a needle. Before we begin, you will need to cut the yarn into 36 equal lengths of 2.5 meters, plus 2 7-meter long lengths. Put these 7-meter lengths to one side as we'll only need them at the end of the project. Take your 36 long strands and divide them into 2 groups of 18 strands each. With your spare yarn, make a tie at the midway point of each group as shown in the photo you're seeing. Now that we've prepped our yarn, we're ready to start. Measure 25 centimeters down from the midway point where you've put your yarn and tape the strands down again with some washi tape or some masking tape. Make sure that your 2 groups of yarn are still kept separated at this stage. We will be joining them, but for the moment, keep them separated. Taking your first group of yarn lengths, divide it into 4. So you'll have 4 groups of 4 strands and you should have 2 left over. These 2 strands that were left over will join 2 strands of the second group, and that will join those 2 groups together so we have a flat piece of fabric. The macrame bag is made up of many square knots. To make a square knot, take your first group of 4 strands and using the strand on the left, place it over the 2 middle strands, making the letter L. Then, taking the right strand, place it over the left strand that made the letter L, and then you need to take the end of the strand and feed it through that gap you created when you made the letter L. Okay, so now you need to pull the 2 strands away from each other and push up so it meets the edge of the washi tape. And well done, that's 1/2 of your square knot created. To finish off the square knot, all you now need to do is the reverse. So take the strand on the right side, make a reverse letter L over the 2 middle strands. Wrap your left strand behind the 2 middle strands and up through the gap of the letter L. You're going to carry on all the way across, but you must ensure that your 2 groups are still separated. Only use strands from the other group once you've used up all the strands from the left group. So now you're just going to repeat. Take 4 strands of yarn. The strand on your left goes over the 2 middle strands, making the letter L. Then the right hand strand goes on top of the left and wraps around the back under the 2 middle straps and up through that gap. Pull those 2 ends apart and push up towards the washi tape. And to finish off the square knot, you just need to do the reverse once again. So take the strand on the right side, make a reverse letter L over the 2 middle strands. Wrap your left strand behind the 2 middle strands and up through the gap of the reverse letter L. Pull those 2 lengths apart and up towards the half square knot you just created. And you've now completed another full square knot. Now carry on making 2 sets of square knots and you'll come to the end of your first group of yarn with 2 spare strands left. Join these 2 strands to the first 2 strands of your second group and make a square knot with these new 4 strands, and then just keep knotting away to the end. Take a moment to straighten and align your knots side by side, and now we'll get ready to do the second row. Set aside the 2 most left strands as we won't need them for this row. Make a square knot using 2 strands from the first knot of the previous row and 2 strands from the second knot of the previous row, and make sure you allow a finger's width in between the 2 rows. And carry on all the way to the end of the row, and you'll be left with 2 strands again. Leave these out as we don't need them for this row. You now need to flip your bag over and start from the beginning, repeating the steps we just did on the other side. So start with making sure your 2 groups of 18 strands are nicely divided and separated. You can see I've separated mine to the right away from my first group of strands so that I don't get it mixed up. Then go ahead and take hold of your first 4 strands of yarn and make a square knot. Carry on until you reach the end of the row. You can see I'm straightening up my strands again and aligning my knots. For the second row, we need to leave out the first 2 and the last 2 strands of yarn. Continue with your square knots, making sure again that you leave a finger's width gap between the 2 rows. I've taken off the washi tape as it's no longer needed. We were just using it as a guide for our first row. You should now have 2 sides that are stretchy with this flower netting effect when you pull the ends apart. You can see this is where the 2 groups of strands join together to make one square knot. I'm just pausing here as these 2 strands at the start of the row and the 2 strands at the end of the row will now be used for our third row. They'll be reintroduced in the third row as part of our new row of square knots. So now you can see how I am reintroducing the first 2 strands on the left and making my first square knot on the third row. And just carry on all the way across to the end of the row. Make another row of square knots and then repeat these steps on the other side of the bag. When you do turn the bag around, make sure the knots are aligned and use some masking tape to keep the bag in place. Now we are going to start working on row 4 and joining the front and the back sides together to make our bag. Join the 2 sides together with the 2 strands that normally get left out. There will be 2 from the top bag section and 2 from the back of the bag section. Make this first square knot using these 2 strands from each side of the bag and then carry on making square knots all the way around your bag. You will need to continuously flip your bag so that you can knot the 2 sides. Okay, so this is a speeded up version of me knotting. I just wanted to show you what you do when you get to the end of the row. You will just knot these 2 last strands on this row, joined with the last 2 strands from the side underneath. Keep knotting away all the way around your entire bag now. I find it helpful to slide a sheet of white paper in between my bag so I can see my spacing more clearly. When your macrame bag reaches about 28 centimeters long, you're ready to do the final rows. For the last 3 centimeters or so, keep your knots up close to the row above so it creates a denser fabric for the bottom of your bag. Smooth out your tassels so that they fall straight and untangled, and now measure the length you want them to be. I like to place some masking tape along the length of my cut to hold the tassels in place and also to guide my cutting so it's nice and straight. I never throw these ends away. Keep them. You can use them for some little projects later on, and I'll show you how to make 1 or 2 of them. Now it's time to secure the bottom. We need to twist the bag to get the straps in the right place. It sounds a little complicated, so bear with me. Each hand needs to pinch the center of the front of the bag and then the center of the back of the bag. Move and pull your hands away from each other and the bag will now reshape with your straps still held in place with the scrap yarn. This image shows my hands pulling away from each other and the fringing is readjusting. You will know you've done it right when there is a V in the middle of the top edge of the front and the back of the bag. Not much left to do now. Just sew up the bottom of the bag and then we'll move on to the straps. The only thing left to do now is to make our straps. This is a completed strap to show you what we're going to do next. The last technique is called a gathering knot, and it's simply the yarn neatly wrapped over the strap. That's all there is to it, and you end up with a neat strap that cables all those lengths of yarn that were held within the scrap pieces of yarn at the start of the project. I'm using a contrasting colour here, but you would grab one of the 7-metre lengths you cut at the start. Take hold of one of your straps and one of your 7-metre lengths of yarn and place one end about 5 centimetres from where your knot begins. Take it along the edge of the strap until you reach about 5 centimetres to the end of the strap, and you fold it back up to the start. Now take the long end and start wrapping it snugly around all the cords. Each wrap must fit neatly next to the previous wrap, removing the scrap piece of yarn when you get to it. Okay, so carry on now. I'm going to swap over to my red yarn and I'll meet you when you reach the end and you have a loop left like I do. When you reach the end and you have this loop like I do, pull that last wrap tightly and thread the end into your loop. Now you're going to pull the tail end that's poking out on the left, and you'll notice that the loop gets pulled in under the gathering knot as you pull it. I like to hold the gathering knots as I pull, as it's quite a long wrap and it just helps keep it all in one place. Keep an eye on the loop and you'll see it disappear under the wraps. Adjust your straps if they go a bit wonky like mine did, and then all that is left is to cut the ends poking out on each side. So just repeat all of that on the other side and you have a completed macrame market bag.